I'll choose logo.
That was the correct and the direct answer that he gave.
I choose logo.
Logo, thank you for moving to another section. This company's pregnancy prediction model is a great example of improving sales by applying predictive analytics.
Pass.
So it comes to, we pass it on to Vigo. Sorry? It still goes the other way around, right? It'll go to Om.
So anybody in the audience?
So, Horlicks.
Sorry, but somebody just answered. And a Horlicks is not the correct answer still. So it is Target. And yes, and in fact, in one of the cases, the poor father came to know about the daughter before even he was intended to know, right? So, yes, Target. We go with Vigo.
Tools and techniques.
Fill in the blanks. While Dash is typically the domain of data scientists who develop complex analytics models using deep data analytics and machine learning, the open source language Dash is allowing the much larger body of general purpose programmers to get in on the act. This is the view of two analytical experts. Which two things are we talking about here?
While statistics is typically the domain of data scientists, that's the first answer. Statistics is the first answer.
Time up.
While machine learning is typically the domain, and the second could be open source language R.
The open source language Dash is
R language.
Okay, pass it down. Is it done? 15 seconds.
partially there but not fully there.
Is it ISI and R?
No, he's taking second.
No, it was a pass on round. Are we left with Anuradha for this one?
First one, artificial intelligence. The second is art.
Actually, in this context, R is typically the domain of data scientists who develop using sophisticated deep data analytics, and the open source language Python. Oh, I should have asked. I have, yes, answer. Python is allowing the much larger body of general purpose programmers to get in on the act. It's a programming language, so I'm afraid none of you get points there. We move to, I think all four are done, right, in this round? All four are done for this round, for this one round that we had in your choice. So can we have the scores?
So Vigo is on 10, Energy is on 10, Guru is on 25, and Team Home is on 0.
Okay. So with that, we will move to the third round.
Sorry.
Okay, while it's coming up, the third round is basically around your business. You are business. So they are real life scenarios that we have all gone through. The idea is to tell the best technique that we could apply here to solve, right? So it's your business and you are in business, right? You get, again, 30 seconds to answer after I have told the question, to think through and tell the answers. And like I said, while there might be many ways to do it, I think one of the things that we did was to seek internal analytics experts' help. So we would be looking at the closest related answer. Fair enough? 10 marks for the correct answer, and this is not a passing round. Okay, can we have the first question?
No, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Company A wants to identify the right target population for their product. How would you help as a data scientist? we started with the, can we move to now Anuradha to start? So we then go in a clockwise direction in this. So we start with Anuradha, team energy. How would you proceed?
So the population first, I would segmentize the population, the target population. So one of the factors would be the age. The other would be the city or the geographical location where the population is. Third could be gender. It could be educational background. And
Okay,
so segmenting the population would come first. And then the product sales. So I would be going for the product sale.
I think the key word that really helped there was segmenting the population using the criteria that you mentioned, right? So I'm, while we are going through this, what I'm looking at is that main keyword, that technique that you would use. Then the parameters and all can get added. Fair enough? Okay? So I am giving it to her, my friend. Yeah, so she did use the word segmentation at the last minute. So we go to Team Om. As a marketing manager of a company, you need to prioritize the marketing spends to increase, RIA needs to prioritize the marketing spends to increase a loyal customer base. How can RIA proceed with a limited budget in her hands?
So in this case, RIA would need to do a regression analysis with the budget on the x-axis and the expenditure on the y-axis, and then try to plot a graph based on the sample data on how expenditure is increasing or decreasing, and based on that can take effective decisions.
But fair enough. Regression, any specific regression that you would suggest?
Logistic regression analysis.
Logistic regression, absolutely right. We go to correct answer. Scenario 3, an online cabs aggregator marketplace gives discounts to attract new customers. New customers are identified by email IDs used for registration. Fraudulent transactions can be done using these fake email IDs. How will you detect email IDs which are fraudulent?
So we can see the name, mobile number, and business, and this is basically fraudulent analytics, the fraud analytics technique we can use. And so most of the accounts, fake accounts, will have the same name in different format, like it's in space, extra character, special character. So we can identify those and remove those IDs and block the accounts.
I would give that to you. A text search is what they would do. Text or string search is what they would do to identify more than one common names.
Okay.
So this is the correct approach to take, and that is Team Guru. Okay, Team Vigo, right? If you are investing in stocks and you want to do allocation of money, let's say 1 lakh in this case, across 5 stocks, which metric will you use for most optimal allocation?
Return on the stock, or the return on the investments that will be making?
Right, but what is that metric called? It's a ratio of returns over risks, and that ratio is called the Sharpe ratio. And then you can plot that.
Also, you can use return on equity, P/E ratio. So it's not just risk versus returns, right?
Yes, you can do that. So like I said, there are multiple ways you can do a return on return on your equity,
There are many
ROCE, but the one that that is most what should I say, effective way of looking at it is the Sharpe ratio, as they call it today. Would we have time for a 4th round? Because that's problem solving then.
Yeah.
All right.
We do?
Yeah, accommodate.
Thank you. So this round is called You Solve It. Okay? I'm not sure if they have a paper and pen, that would really help. but if not, we give you 1 minute to do this. Essentially, as the name says, you actually get to solve the problem, simple statistical problems that we face. Again, it doesn't pass because by the time one person is able to think through the answer, right or wrong, the other person gets that much time. 10 marks for the correct answer and no points for the wrong answer. Okay? So we are left with whom do we start with? We didn't start with the Guru. Can we start with Guru this time? Okay. A bag contains so many red marbles. The list is given there, and one object is picked up at a random. What is the probability that? Solve these three. You have a minute. But tell me the answers for all three.
So I need to give the all answers at once.
You need to give all the answers in 1 minute, so it's up to you.
Okay. For the first question, it's 8 by 45.
Sorry? Go ahead.
Okay. So I need a paper. Okay. So for the first question, 8 by 45, and second question is 5 by 14. Third question I didn't solve. No time.
5 by 14 is the correct answer.
Okay.
The
8
first
by
one is 8 by 16, so 1 by 2 essentially.
Okay, sorry.
We need all the three answers, right?
Yeah. So we won't get on this one.
Goes to home. Yeah, I think he.
Two small squares are selected from a chessboard randomly. What is the probability that they share a common edge? Three dice are rolled. What is the probability that all values are prime numbers? And 3 dice are rolled. What is the probability that exactly 2 values are same?
So the first would be 1 by 32. Second would be 9 upon 216.
No, and I believe you've not been able to do the third one. Yep. Any answers from the audience since it's a non-passing round? We didn't compute. Yeah. Answer is 1 by 18 for the first one, 1 by 8 for the second one, and 15 by 36 for the third one.
Okay.
Okay. Which direction? Okay. Say you're in a game show, and the game is this. There are 3 doors. Behind two of the doors, there is not a good-looking thing, not a very desirable thing. And behind one of the doors, there is a brand new car, BMW. You are given 2 choices to open doors. Once you pick your first door, the host opens one of the other 2 doors and reveals the donkey. Now you have the option of either staying with your door or switching to another unopened door. If you want to win the BMW, what would you do and why? Would you not take the opportunity, stay, or switch?
I would stay. Actually, the probability is half, 1 by 2. So since he has already opened a door which is located on my door could be either donkey or BMW.
It's actually switch. Because the moment you switch, you increase the probability of winning a BMW by 2/3. So you would switch. So that's not a correct answer. Yeah, we move to problem 4. Let's consider the following values for these cards. We all have played cards. Value of the other cards are same as the value of the card itself, right? 2 cards are drawn randomly from the deck. What is the probability that after pulling the 3rd card from the deck, the sum of first, second, and the 3rd card will be greater than 28? You have to solve both of them.
Seconds. Time's up.
Can you give me both the answers? Okay. First one is 9 upon 25, and the second one is 8 upon 25. Maybe we can discuss how and why for each of these later, but that's the answer. So those are the 4 rounds and that we had. Would you have to, can you give us a quick check on the scores?
Sure. Okay. So the final tally is first place is Guru, he's on 35, and second place is Energy Anuradha, he's on 20, and we have a tie for the third place between Vigo and Team Moon, they both are on 10.
Okay. So we have to ask a tiebreaker. So we can put it up there, or Vigo and
Team Moon.
Om. Okay. We all know Google has used analytics. I mean, right? We all know that. But Google uses analytics for social causes. And there was one prominent one that it used. You have to answer this question. As soon as I stop, you have to answer this question in 30 seconds. There was one prominent one which it used, which it is known for. Social cause. Can you name that one?
For rehab, in case of floods and all, for helping people.
No, that's not the correct.
For a disease which they wanted to, based on the search that is made on Google, they wanted to predict what the next variant of
Great, that is the answer. Basically, it was using predictive analytics. It predicted the spread of H1N1 flu that was quite prominent at that point of time, using the queries and the search terms that came when the flu was widespread. So that's the, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the quiz as much as I learned and we learned making the quiz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So we have the second runner-up, Team Anuradha. Vinesh. Okay. So the second runner-up would be, yeah, Team Vigo. Team Vigo. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Our first runner-up, Team Energy. Team Energy. Yeah.
Congrats. Thank you.
And finally, our winner of today of Analytics Olympiad 2015, Team Guru.
So Guru stood to his name. Congratulations.
Well,
Analytics.
we would like to congratulate all the teams, in
Absolutely.
fact, for qualifying for the semi-finals, because that's an achievement in itself, and that shows the true spirit of competition. So each one is a winner, and we definitely want to thank the audience as well for being part of this. Thank you very much, and yeah, let's have a group snap. Technology Olympiad finals. So can we have Dr. Vijay from Impetus?